It seems that we get lost into thinking that once you are saved, you have to become a certain way, as if we have to think like the Pharisees and live by these strict rules and laws. To hell with all of that. Do you, boo? As long as you are in relationship with Jesus Christ and governed by the Holy Spirit, be free in doing you. Now, by no means am I saying disrespect the commandments, the church, nor any of its offices, or even those who judge in their immaturity. I am saying be an example and free enough to say God made me exactly how He wanted me, and there is no shame, condemnation, or regrets in being just that. I used to be embarrassed by the fact that I had a little edge, but I realized that God can use my grit. I was born in one of Chicago's roughest neighborhoods. Granted, my mother was able to move our family to the suburbs by the grace of God, but I was still inflicted with a certain dialect, a particular way of understanding, and an ability to hold my own no matter where I am. All of that came from being a product of the territory. There's no box on this earth that is big enough to define the makings of me. I'm a product of my Father in heaven. Therefore, if you cannot put God in a box, there's no way you can put His children in one. When people do that, they limit themselves in seeing how great the Creator is. A relevant example of this would be the ridicule for the Oxygen show Preachers of LA. So many people, in particular Christians, opposed it, defending the opinion that it makes the church look bad, greedy, and materialistic on such a large platform. Now, if we unbox that limited way of thinking and cease our religious opinion and allow these pastors through Christ to show the world that the people of God are imperfect beings who walk in grace and redemption, along with along with doing the work that needs to be done outside the church, we may become the salt and the light that God called us to be. When you position yourself to judge the work of someone led into mission, you must in turn evaluate your own work and make sure it is in alignment. We have to free the church from the box we've put it in. People are dying and going to hell, and this is our generation. This is our time, and we will be held accountable for the times we did not take the opportunities to be the light, but sat idle because we thought like the Pharisees. Don't be a Pharisee. Become a disciple and do the greater works God has called you to do in these dark days. You are the light to the world. Be free in your purpose. Contrary to what people say, God is not worried about your mistakes, your issues, or whatever you use to condemn yourself or make you guilty. He wants to use you just how you are. Don't allow religious spectators to stop you from walking into your destiny. God will use the little education you have. He will use it He will use you if you're an unwed mother. He will use what the streets has taught you. He'll use the pain you have from any abuse, rejection, or abandonment. Now let's get this out the way. Are you saved?